And we're back. You tuned into Sport Federation TV. And now, in recent times, there's been a strong drive towards empowering farm workers in the Cape Winelands area. And joining me now is Saaiman and Tanya Carstens to tell us more about this initiative. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Now, farm workers sport is a relatively new concept.
Yes, we start farm workers sport with Department of Sport in Agriculture in 2006. We start with the program, but initially established in 2008.
Right.
So that is where we actually start from. But before we start, because we see in farm workers, there was no really activities going on farms.
Right.
So with the department and with us who coming from the farms, we see this is a good opportunity to get farms into the sport, and not only social sport, but get into the federations, get to a better way to get farms into the mainstream.
Right.
Yes.
It takes a long time to lay a solid foundation and achieve goals, but the solid foundation is the important part. Hey?
We almost there, but we still need to achieve much more. But because of sometimes the lack of funding,
Right.
is not always there. So we have the support sometimes of our municipalities, sometimes of the farmers, but not always. So to become what you want, to achieve your dream, is not always, because financially there is some challenges still for us. So the financial constraints will always be there, that you can't achieve what you want to achieve.
Tanya, how are you involved with this initiative?
Firstly, I was myself growing up on a farm, doing sports, all multi-sports, and I know the struggle for my mom and dad to get that money for me when I'm in a team. And my involvement started when 3 years ago, officially with the Cape Winelands Farm Association, but the passion was very long there, because I know what it takes for a child to walk 7 kilometers to get to a practice field and still have to walk 7 kilometers back. Sometimes without the lunch, sometimes without 2 days without a lunch. And my passion is to change that. Leadership starts at home, but most of our parents don't know what is leadership.
The farm worker sport now cater for children of farm workers and the farm workers?
Yes, we have a junior and a senior league. We usually have our tournaments every second month. We have the sports day when we'll focus on 3 or 4 codes. That will be maybe soccer, netball and rugby. And then the other times then we'll bring in the cross country, the tug of war and the dominoes. And we're working towards fluffy cricket. We're working towards the chess.
I hope Clever Just is on that list as well.
Not yet. But with all these things, we need funding and we need support. And the most of the struggle we have is with traveling, because we have farms that are widespread, very, very widespread.
The average monthly income of a farm worker?
I can tell you, every second week they get paid 450, 600 rand. But if a kid goes away, it will cost us around about 2,500 rand.
Wow.
When you go to institutes and say, listen here, we know your budget is already stretched. We know it's short notice. How can you assist us? Ma'am, we will come back to you. We're back and we're coming away to the tournament. We're back. We're still waiting.
Yeah.
End of the day, we as committee, we have to give our own money to help that kid.
For these kids as well, who maybe have homes that are unsupportive, is because those parents have also been in unsupportive homes, and it's generational, one generation to another. It's that sadness of poverty.
Yes, but with our sport, we do reach a lot of kids. I know I have a car, and sometimes I mustn't say it, but I do overload it. And with John, he got a buggy, and that buggy, it is like 10 to 15 of them in there. But the thing is, the passion is there. The respect to each other is there. And for us, traveling, there's no conversation. But for me is seeing a smiling kid at the end of the day. They say, thank you, ma'am. That is the most important part. It's not always money, but we can't run a business without money.
Absolutely.
And for us getting sponsors, it is quite difficult because there are things like, are you registered? Where do you come from? Some of people don't know us. But I say to myself, you don't need to know someone to help someone.
Right. John, you have an event coming up this weekend. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yes, we have an event tomorrow at Worcester where all the regions are come together. That is also our 10-year celebration because like you just heard that I say we start officially in 2008. So we are 10 years, it's 10-year celebration. So all the regions will be there. We will have tug of war, dominoes, rugby, netball, and
Cross country.
cross country. Yeah, the
Okay.
cross country.
Lovely.
That is the one that we have tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we will start event and it will not be like a competition also, but it will also be part of our celebration of our 10 years.
Okay, lovely. How can people get in touch with you if they'd like to support the project?
Okay. We have a Facebook page, it's Cape Winelands Sports, Farmworkers Sports, and
Cape Winelands
Farmworkers
Farmworkers
Sports.
Right.
We're on Facebook.
Wow, I really wish we had more time to go deeper into your story, and I hope that you will return to give us a deeper insight into what you hope to achieve there. Okay,
Okay,
and
thank
all
you
the
very
best.
much.
All
Okay.
the best to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Well, now here's an opportunity to all the would-be sponsors out there. This is a meaningful initiative, Cape Winelands Farm Workers Sport, providing a space for young people and older people, a sanctuary from their mundane, sometimes very, very trying circumstances. And if you'd like to support this initiative, please get in touch with them. And that's all we have time for tonight, folks. If you're playing a sport this weekend, lekker speel. And if you haven't found a sport for you yet, we hope you find a sport that's just perfect for you. I'm Lenyuk Chetty. Thank you for tuning into Sport Federation TV. We'll see you next week.